Hello, Pisces, and welcome. Wow, on the split here, we begin with the fish and the Empire card. Could be talking about money today, okay, Pisces? So, welcome or welcome back to the channel. I am so happy to have you guys here, and thank you for trusting me with your energy. This is going to be a full reading, meaning we begin with the Lenormand here. It's just a sentence read from left to right. We'll add some tarot on top of it, and then we'll clear the board and do oracle card messages, okay? So, this is a full reading. If you would like to order one for your own, check out that description box, okay? All right, let's see what we have here. One more, and make sure to like the video on your way in. We're a pretty small community here, so everything does help, okay? So we have one sticking up here, which was the mountain, and at the bottom here we have the die. So this is about taking chances, right? Rolling the die on your life, taking risks. And the mountain is about challenges here. So there could be something that feels very brand new to me, okay, that you're taking a risk on or going on a fool's journey for, okay? Oh, oh, okay, we have the man. Let's see, and then the whip. Pisces, what is going on with this? Okay, we're gonna leave that alone. But we have working really hard and the masculine. Then we have the letter or a message. Okay, so that's right in the center. This could be something about communication with a romantic partner. Okay, a lot of time has passed here. This could be somebody coming back around. And then we have the man again. Oh, Pisces. You guys are just such a loving energy. I feel that you manifest these types of things in. Okay, give me one moment. Okay, sorry, alarm was going off. We had to stop that. Okay, so something about phones going off here. We could be seeing some communication from a masculine. You could be a masculine. I'm hearing hot pursuit. Okay, somebody's in hot pursuit. Okay, Pisces, get it. Okay, this could be somebody who has walked away. We do have two masculines here. We'll see if there's two characters. We also have the magician, and this being right under the whip here, meaning working hard. This could be somebody who's walked away, but in the spirit realms, like that magician energy, they've never stopped trying to reach you, I'm hearing. Okay. Three of Cups here, right under the letter. Goodness me. Okay, I don't usually like to go this direction, but could be some sort of a third party situation and somebody's getting ready to send a message here. What is this? Oh my God. Make it stop, Pisces. Oh gosh. Okay, and then we've got the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups fell on the floor. Oh God. Sorry, guys. Some of these readings just take me for a loop, okay? Let's see why we have two masculines here. Why is there two masculines? Pisces. No, I'm kidding. Okay, two cards wanting to come out, Two of Swords and Seven of Swords. So somebody made a choice here, perhaps to go in a different direction, and Seven of Swords. This is our person who is haunted by the past here. We keep getting this person in our collective readings, so check those out. And we've got the Lovers and the Chariot. Oh, have mercy. Somebody's wanting to come towards you with the Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, with their cup of love, ready to spill the beans. They're ready to tell you about what they've been thinking about for all this time here. Somebody is definitely saying, you know, I never stopped loving you. I never stopped trying to get to you. Okay, this is feeling very twin flamey. This definitely could be this masculine is at war with himself here, right? They're kind of both looking inwards. We have the Seven of Swords on that end, Eight of Cups on this side. They could be beating themselves up in their own way about how things ended. Yeah, Judgment to confirm all of that. Oh, this is just a message from your person, okay? King of Cups. We've already seen the Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Could be a water sign male. This could also be you. Okay. And the message here with the Three of Cups is message Three of Cups, and a layer on top of that is Five of Wands. Okay, so this person could have felt as though they didn't have any other choice, right? It's like the village has come together to condemn this person with flames, and I just heard bad habits. Okay, so it's almost like this was coerced, or they felt as though they were forced to sort of walk away here. Page of Cups, this person wants to communicate to you their feelings very, very bad. Okay, so let's see what this time and Two of Cups is all about. What's this person trying to say here? Queen of Wands. Yeah, they think you are the bee's knees, or if you are this person, then the one that you are trying to communicate with is very passionate, fiery, spontaneous, fun, the life of the party, funny, um, just the center of attention, but in a good way. Okay, what's this other man? Two of Pentacles to go with the Two of Swords. Yeah, there was some sort of decision that they made that forced them to go in another direction, and they feel like emotionally they're juggling you and this other person here. Three of Pentacles, Two of Swords again. Yeah, I feel like they felt like they didn't have a hand in this decision here with the Two of Swords. They're kind of saying like, I didn't know it was up to me. I didn't know that I had a choice of this being of my own making, right? And there's the Sun. This person attributes you to being their happiness here, okay? And Ace of Pentacles, they want to make that known. They want to put some sort of solid, they want you to have a solid understanding of where their feelings are, okay? Which is that you make them entirely very, very happy. Okay, Princess of Cups. Yeah, they're just sort of hoping that you feel the same way here. Okay, let's dive into your energy. What are you thinking of all of this? Okay, you or your person flip the roles. Okay, Knight of Wands. You could feel like this person was very impulsive. You feel like what you would say to them is that, you did have a hand in this, a big hand in this, and you chose impulsively when you were presented with any kind of conflict. You ran the other direction, leaving me here with all this time to pass. Okay, there's the Nine of Cups. Your energy being, I might want this, you might want this. Okay, what I'm getting with this card is that you made it known what you want. Okay, you sort of went towards them, and maybe you told them to make a choice. You said, look, you can't have both. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. I want this, you want this. Clearly, you want this. And this person denied it. They said, no, I don't believe in feelings. The community does not support this. What will people say? They feel like they had contracts elsewhere with some sort of a third party here. They were presented with too many options, and they ran away without thinking. Okay, so your view of them is that they were sort of careless here. If this connection was so important, then why would you treat it with such disregard? Okay. Yeah, Four of Wands. You could see a future with this person, and you felt like they sort of threw it away. Okay. And this person is in a lot of regret here. Ace of Swords, King of Wands. This person is like, I feel like this bottleneck of energy, right? Like they've been trying to withstand these flames that they feel for you, right? The Lion is like the strength card, holding back this fire, this passion, this admiration that they have for you, and they feel as though they never got to tell you this truth. Okay. All right, let's see here, going back to their energy. What do they want to say? We've got the Eight of Wands on the front, meaning that there's conversations that they really, really want to see happen. They're up in arms about the fact that they cannot come to you. And I don't understand that part. We've been seeing this type of energy for a very long time where they just feel like they can't come to you. So they continue to withhold and they continue to be on temperance time. Okay. 1 foot in water, one on land. Part man, part woman, all angel is what the Pulp Tarot says. So I'm interested in this 1 foot in the water, one on land, and we've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Three of Cups, we have the Two of Swords twice. So this person couldn't make up their mind. So to you, you thought, well, you can't make up your mind, let me make it for you. I'm going to take off, and I guess I'll take the high road, you take the low road, okay? Do you? That was sort of your energy, and now this person is like, I want to put work in here. Um, this person has sort of like got this energy of like pleading and begging, okay, please hear me out. Please don't run away so quick. Okay, and again, flip the roles if you feel that way. Page of Swords, yeah, they're just itching for the opportunity to talk to you. And I just don't understand what the holdup is. Like, do you not know what a phone is? Yeah, Five of Cups. They feel like they've disappointed you. We've got double five here. So they feel as though the challenges were too great for them to overcome in order to come to you, and the time was of the essence. Now all of this time has passed, and they feel as though you're disappointed, which makes them disappointed, which makes them lay down in the stupor again. We've got Eight of Wands again, and then the Four of Pentacles, which is holding on to you. So they've been holding on to you this whole time, emotionally, spiritually. Um, And it just seems to me like they don't know what to do. Yeah, right as I said that, there's the Hanged Man. They are so caught up in getting a different perspective or caught up in trying to get their thoughts together. And it's just giving, I'm going to wait around. And, this person is like, I'll wait for the time to be right. I'll wait for some sort of a sign. I'll wait until they say something like this. I'll wait until this. It's like they're waiting for some sort of a cue, and that still is putting the ball in your court. They're just constantly tossing the ball back in your court, like wanting to sort of like be chased here, right? Like, give me a sign, when really you're like, the time is not, we're not in the same place as we were when that was an option. Okay. Six of Pentacles, they do want to give to you. They do want this to be a prosperous connection where you feel as though the scales are balanced. Okay. Eight of Wands continues to be at the bottom here. Page of Wands, again, the pages are about getting the idea or the information or it's about expressing, right? So it's like they just want to express this to you, whether it's passionate, whether it's about logistics, whether it's about sharing the backstory and the lore, it doesn't matter. They just want some sort of communication to be happening, but it does look like with the Knight of Wands here, they've been suppressing a lot of sort of passionate energy towards you, and they feel this way, and it's like they're ready to just blow up from the inside out, and it's making them feel like they don't know themselves anymore here. Seven of Swords, which we see now for the second time. There's the Chariot again with the Three of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles as well. They are eager to get in the car. There's a song called Lonely Drum. Get in the car, make it go vroom, vroom, vroom. It's kind of like what's taking you so long. We'll have to look up that song for the lyrics, but there's a dance floor in my living room. Something. I'll find and I'll link it down below for the song. But yeah, they're so eager. But I feel like you've had a lot of pain here. We see the Two of Swords again with the Queen of Swords, Three of Wands, Nine of Swords. It's like them taking their sweet time in order to decide what to do, put you in a very difficult headspace here, okay? and put you in the state of waiting. We see this again here with the Three of Wands. So they had to make the hard decision. They took their time, and during that time, you were in excruciating pain, okay, because you felt as though your person, the person who is destined for you here, the Lovers connection, the Two of Cups connection, right? They did not care in that moment to make it known that you meant anything to them at all, put you on a waiting list, on a roster of some kind, and now you're like, got this smile on, you're like, if you want to come towards me, you're going to have to step into this light, which is open communication, giving and receiving. You're going to have to do the work here. Okay, and that brings us back here. You have to do the work here. And this is coming out with the masculine. So either this is well known coming from you or coming from this person that it does need to be them. Wow. This is just wild. Okay, so we've got the devil here, meaning this person is in their thoughts, could be obsessing. You know, it's an addictive personality type of thing. Like, again, they're haunted by it. They're thinking, overthinking about it to the point of going mad. Okay, Page of Pentacles, again, wanting to make this solid and express that there is stability here. But you have been in a position, you know, to come up to your own assumptions because this person probably ghosted, okay? So it's like the tower was like the ghosting. The moment you decided, okay, this person is not coming, this person will not be responding to me, this person will not, he's not interested, okay? That was you. He's not interested. My Queen of Cups energy, where I was vulnerable and open, did not go my way. I am on guard now. I will rely on my intuition. And, you know, up until this point, your intuition could have told you, yes, stable connection. They were just confused. They're coming back around. This is going to be wonderful. Things have settled down now. The time could be right. They're going to come towards me and build something. They're going to reach out, right? That's what all the tarot readers say on this app. They want to reach out. Yes, they do. But we have to think of this from a logical standpoint, right? And I feel that you have evolved to a certain point where the realization hit that, you know, the love and vulnerability that you gave so much that it wounded you. And now the High Priestess energy, you're like, listen, I cannot just base my life off of vibes. Okay. And if I was, this is the vibe you're giving me. Okay. So, I mean, there's frustration coming from you because you don't want devil energy in your field. Okay. Just simple as that. Yeah. You're focused on your bag. Okay. We keep getting this. You're too blessed to be stressed. Okay. You have got too much going for you here to be put in any kind of limbo. If there's going to be limbo that I'm in, it's because I hold the cards. Okay. You're taking your power here and you're like, come at me, bro, because like this indecision here is now a weapon. Like you're on guard here because this person walked away and now you feel, maybe you feel as though it's your turn to walk away. Okay, let's clarify some of this and we'll get into the oracle on the Emperor, of course, and then Temperance. Yeah, the Emperor continues to wait. I just don't understand that because I've been doing these readings for a really long time. I had a channel before this one, so this is a really small community. So if you do like the way that I read, please do just subscribe because I lost my list, okay? You are the star. Plain and simple. And the Hierophant, yeah, your bullshit meter is up to a 10. Five of Wands here. You're like, okay, if there is going to be catastrophe in my life and strife and upset and petty arguments, I'm going to be using that to climb this ladder. Okay, you see they're reaching towards this light here, and here's this light. You're too connected. Okay, you're too unfazed for the bullish to reach you. Okay, King of Swords. So, yeah, you're looking at things logically now. You've read the tarot readings, you've seen what people say on here, and it's just burdensome. Okay, a lot of these readers on here, I understand that, you know, it's easy to give people what they want to hear, which is that they want to reach out, they still love you, they're obsessed with you. Okay, yes, I do see that here, but I see a more developed Pisces here Four of Swords, you have had to go into this nest, into the healing cave, get your heart out of your chest so that your body can heal because this was so flipping painful. That's what I wish that this person would understand is them being in limbo and putting you, knocking you off your pedestal because of the choice that they made. Two of Pentacles again, are you kidding me? Oh, I'm starting to get frustrated for you. I actually kind of started frustrated because I can feel your energy being over this, okay? You could feel that this person pulls on your energy. I have a client that I do personal readings for every couple of months, and we call it the tug, okay? It's like this other person out there in the ethers somewhere tugging on your energy, using their magician energy to pull you into this sort of dreamy state where they say, I still love you, I want to reach out, but they never do. Okay, so in that point, this is mean. This is mean. Okay, and the Pisces I'm looking at understands that this mystical fantasy land where you're just pulling on me has been. Where did that Four of Swords go? Where she's in the nest. It's been literally pulling my heart out of my chest. And I now have to heal from the fact that you can't stop. Okay, does that make sense? This pull, this tug that they do to you is literally hurting you. But you're like, no more, dude. Bruh. Sorry. I like to refer to you guys as my bros. Okay. You're too blessed to be stressed. Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You have decided, like, yeah, I did want this. But see, we go from past to future, right? You're like, I'm going to find my stability no matter what. I am going to release the the demons from within me because you're just pulling on my energy, which hurts me. Okay? And you're looking to get to this enlightenment state. And you are. You are. Okay? If you're this person has got one foot in, one foot out, let me make that decision for you. Let me make this perfectly clear. That's what I'm talking about. See how this energy is like going down? And we've already seen the devil. It's literally like this person pulling on you. It prohibits you from, moving forward because you're like, "Oh, okay, love. I love that for me. Yes, let's do this. Let's create something." And then they're like, "No, I can't do that. Sorry." Two of Pentacles, 8 bazillion times. Oh, sorry, can't do that. This is that psycho that I just did a message for Sag that you might want to check out because this is the energy of their person, their third party, so to speak. And we've got Three of Cups right here in the center. Yeah, this person could be focused on one thing and one thing only. And when it comes to stability, they're like, bye. This person is driving me insane. It's just painful. I mean, it's painful to read. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. And we've just seen the King. But when the King of Pentacles is met with the Queen, and it's like, okay, it's time to build a Four of Wands, time to build a Ten of Pentacles, they're like, oh, wait, 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 wait. I don't think I want that. I think I'm going to run away. I think I'm going to go ghost. And you're like, okay, okay. And then they're like, wait, 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 wait. Don't you love me? Don't you love me? And you're like, you can make up your mind, biznatch. Okay, tell me what the F you want. And if you guys are not in this energy yet, that's the energy that they want you in. Eight of Cups again. It is your turn. It is your turn to take the steps in the direction of your own happiness here. Okay, and that's really difficult because you might have felt like you were going to build something with this person, right? The Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. And you've been disappointed by this person's antics, okay? So again, it's like there's the Hangman, Ten of Cups, Judgment, and we've seen Judgment already. You're literally like, listen, if my soul is going to get dragged anywhere, it's going to be up to the Most High, to paradise. not dragged down to wherever the hell your energy is because it doesn't look too great down there, devil. Like, what do you mean you want me to meet you where you are? No, the ball will not be in my court because you're down there. If I reach my hand down, I'm going to get sucked into all these cyclones we keep seeing that go down and down and down. Why would I do that for you? Yeah, it's disappointing. King of Cups. I'm telling you. And there's that Queen of Swords and the Empress, Seven of Wands, Queen of Cups. This is your energy now. Okay, you've been in this energy already. Four of Cups, oh, woe is me. They don't want me. They don't love me. I'm so disappointed. And then you were like, I think they're just not that into me. I think I'm going to grow my own seeds. I think I'm going to nurture my own way. I'm going to create my own spiral that goes up from the earth to the moon to the ethers. Okay, and I'm going to put my blockade up. I'm going to get into my little bubble. I'm going to heal what's been broken by this person. And nobody else deserves my Queen of Cups energy. You're pulling it back because your High Priestess Hierophant energy is on point here. You see things for what it is. Seven of Swords again. And you see how that raven is just like open mouth screaming? I feel like that's you. Like you watch this person go somewhere else. You didn't have an option to go run behind them. I mean, really, I feel like this person was just waiting for you to follow behind them. Seven of Swords 3 times, which unfortunately is in the future too. So if this person does reach out, they say, hey, things didn't work out with the third party. I want to come build something for you, with you, because you are Queen of Wands. I'm in the Page of Wands energy. I want you to believe I'm in the King of Cups energy, but judgment is here. Okay, I feel like your energy is that you do not believe this person. 10 of Wands, you're going to end up burdened by this. You're on another healing journey where you have to tear your heart out of your chest again to get yourself back on track to be the beautiful Queen Empress that you are. So you're focusing on what you want now, not on this fantasy, because this is about fantasy. Okay, you're building something solid that you can actually touch, taste, and feel. Smell and see, right? Like, I'm going to build for myself and give to myself because I don't believe you. You're calling this person out. Page of Swords. You're over here like, okay, this fantasy land you've got right here, show me the receipts. I need receipts. That's what you're saying. There it is again. Show me the receipts. Okay. All right. Don't forget to like the video if you're making it this far and it's landing for you. I mean, I do not doubt that you love this person. Okay. And I don't doubt that they love you. But they have to make a change on how they are approaching. They need to make a change on what they're willing to do, or you need to at least be willing to walk away because being willing to walk away makes them sweat. And this person needs to sweat a little bit. Okay? The time has passed because you're sitting on your thumbs. You chose someone else and you regret it. I get it. You regret it. Cool. Now what? Do something. Okay? How does a phone work? Can you show me? Show me what a phone does. Okay, sorry. I need to calm down. But this person, listen, I'm not saying it couldn't happen, okay? There's a slight possibility this person could amplify their own energy. They could wake the F up and they could take a stand here and they might be able to do something. Oh, wait, more waiting, more Three of Cups. See what I'm saying? Ah, this person. Like, why does the Three of Cups keep coming out? Let's see. What is this Emperor actually going to do? What is this Emperor going to actually do here? Wow, the Emperor. Okay. All right, Spirit, pop off. Let's see it. The Star. See how they're like measuring the distance? They might measure the distance that it's going to take to get to you, and they're pointing to it. Okay, what's this Emperor going to do? Six of Wands, be victorious. There's contact there. And then there's Nine of Swords. Okay, so let's just, for the sake of argument, not take the Nine of Swords. Magician. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, they're manifesting you, but there's the Seven of Cups right under the Magician, giving that fantasy energy, head up in the clouds. Okay, what is this Emperor going to do? Why are we seeing the star? What are they going to do with the star, which is you, Pisces? Queen of Wands, Ten of Cups. Okay, well, listen, this person may come through. Okay, I'm going to give you a solid maybe on that because with everything else that we're seeing, okay, what I'm getting is they have to overcome a lot in order to be able to come to you. Okay, you see all the items on the table, you see all of the items on the table. There's a lot of stuff for this person to sort out, and it has to do with their character. It has to do with how they think about the world. It has to do about, you know, what they think they are worth. This person is struggling right now. Three of Wands, right back out. Okay, I'm also getting this person doesn't want you to think that it has anything to do with you. And we keep hearing that, because I watch tarot too. People, readers like to say this person wants you to know without a shadow of a doubt that you are great, you are amazing, you're spontaneous and beautiful, and they don't want you to blame yourself for the reason they walked away. Great. What do I do with that? So they Seven of Swords, us, Pisces, knowing well enough that this is what they want, this is what they wish for, and they let it go to waste. What do you mean I'm not supposed to take that personally? Seven of Swords. Holy bullshit, Batman. Four times Seven of Swords. The World, the Knight of Wands. I mean, this just keeps going back around. This person wants to. They want to travel to you. They want to make the trip. They want to reach their hand. Okay, one more and we're going to get to the Oracle, which is the spirit team message that tells you what you should do with this situation. Eight of Wands, Three of Wands. See, this is where I feel, and the Devil. This is where I feel that this person is being mean. What do you mean you're going to tell me you're coming? You're on your way. Chariot, Lovers, King of Wands, Two of Cups. You're headed my way. You're coming to see me. You're going to give me Six of Pentacles, equal give and receive. You're going to show me King and Queen of Cups together. What do you mean you're going to show me all of that? And then Three of Wands, at the end of the day, they're going to pack their, you know, what is all, what, bro? This is where I need to take a minute because I get so up in arms with this because I have been here. I have seen this. The issue that I see is the Three of Wands and the Devil. This person wants to, and there's the Knight of Cups. They want to come and share their heart with you. They want to come and hug you and hold you and give you the morning cuddling and all of these things. But why are we here, masculine? Okay, and I do apologize if this is you, and I'm speaking to you as, harshly as I am. But what are we doing? Okay, you have this beautiful, amazing, perfect counterpart here. We've seen Empress and Emperor, and you're just stuck. I mean, High Priestess, Two of Cups, Five of Wands. This person, whoever it is that this masculine is connected to, which I believe is the Pisces that is watching, but again, we flip the roles. Okay, the High Priestess finding out, like, okay, I found the receipts on my own because you weren't going to give them to me. So I figured it out. I do love you. You do love me. But what is this? Why are we entangled in strife and conflict and petty arguments or listening to what other people have to say or letting the community make this decision for you? And now you are the past, which makes you feel as though you've, been rejected. You both feel rejected by each other here, hermit. So you go through this life alone. Okay, so it's like who breaks the silence? Who does the reaching? The masculine does. We saw it the very first two cards out. The masculine must do it. Okay, if you're thinking about reaching out to this person, absolutely not. If you're the feminine here, or if you're the person who was ghosted, okay? Yeah, you're going to focus on your own stability here. Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This is that same energy of I'm going to focus on that bag. I'm too blessed to be stressed. When you're ready, figure it out. But until then, I'm baking other things in the oven. Okay, and I have other things to be interested in rather than sitting here and focusing on the devil, which is you. The most common card flying on my table is Seven of Swords. Backstabbing, deceitful energy. That's the consensus. And Spirit says, absolutely not. Justice. This is that person that feels like they need to, you know, go back to this situation in order to make things right. And that's their goal here with the Chariot. I feel like this person has got a lot that they need to tell you, but they're stuck in limbo still because they're heartbroken over it too. Three of Swords. They knew that you made them ultimately extremely happy, and they messed with the High Priestess. With the Queen of Cups, there's the Queen of Cups to go with the King. It's just, it's irritating for me as a reader, okay? So I'm not sure why I shuffled these, but I guess we'll get one more. I keep saying that. And then we will get to the Oracle. Yeah, Queen of Cups. You want to be open to this person. You want, to go towards them, but you also know that it's not your time. Like this is not in your court here. Six of Swords, walking away, and Eight of Swords, feeling trapped by the truth of it all. Okay, so you understand that you are not the one to move towards this person. Six of Swords is about moving away, not towards. Okay, and there's the World. You're getting farther and farther away from them. Okay, I'm being called to all of this time that we see these hands sort of reaching towards each other, right? Your person is going to have to find you on the map first, because every single day that they dilly-dally, you get farther away. Working on your growth, your stability, your pentacles, your wish fulfillment. This is where you need to be. Okay? Even if this is a twin flame type of journey, okay, the farther you get away from them, the more they know they need to come towards you. Even if they don't, even if you're healing and you don't let the world know that you are still upset by this, right? Because time has passed here. Yeah, time has passed since this ended. And you keep getting farther and farther away, even though the love is there. Why are there so many different hands? Is that just me, or are those two different colors? Not that that matters, but that just means there's three people here. Yeah, there's three people here. Okay. So you've had to buckle up your bootstraps and get the heck out of Dodge because you know who the F you are. And you're not putting up with this. Hell no. Hell no. Okay. Measure the stars. You can navigate by landmarks. You can navigate by clouds, stars, and waves. I don't care. If you want me bad enough, you'll come and get me. That's your energy, as it should be. And that scares the crap out of them, but so flippin' be it. You need to stay strong and not reach out to this person. Okay, let's get oracles and see what your spirit team has to say about all this. Okay, Pisces, we've cleared the board. Let's get spirit team messages of what we want to focus on. This is where we are going to use the spread that you see on the table. This is the center. We're going to build a compass. So the south is the lessons learned or energy of the past. The west over here is introspection, goals, and your mindset. That north quadrant I'm about to put this one on is spirit team messages direct from your guides. And then over here we get two is future or potential outcomes, okay? Bottom of the deck here, we have original source, coming back to your own energy, right? And we got that with the Hierophant and all of that energy that you as a person is like uplifting yourself up, okay? We've got this North Star here. So we're going to be definitely diving in on what we should be doing, okay? Allies and support. We got a lot of messages about the community around not supporting a certain connection for you, okay? So be cautious of that because we saw community in the tarot portion, but keep your loyalties close to you, okay? In the past here, yeah, we understand that the universe has got our back. We see manifestation happen. We understand that we create our reality. We understand that we are this conduit for source energy to flow through us, right? It's like we have a mission to be one with the stars, okay? So your mindset and goals here, ability to respond. Yes, I think this reflects back to a potential conversation with your person, okay? You will respond. You're not going to reach your hand out. Now, this card actually has everything to do with like the next 7 generations, right? Taking care of the earth as a whole. Okay, so there could be some sort of mission that you're on here that Spirit would like you to focus on. Okay, let's see. Spirit team messages. You have a lot of passion within you, Pisces. Okay, I know this is kind of a interesting photo, but it's supposed to be that this person is the fire. Okay, it's like a fire being. All right, so passion, spontaneity, that's that Queen of Wands energy that you hold. Okay, we've got the buffalo calf pipe. Okay, this is a big part of the Lakota creation story. The number one, starting from the beginning, which is getting right with your own energy. Okay, so coming back to source, that Four of Swords that we saw with that girl in the nest and her heart outside of herself, right? This is about getting your heart back in your chest, regardless of how much that hurt, and healing from within. Okay, inner peace here. And then we have Vision Quest. Yeah, so you can reach your ancestors, so you can, follow your heart's desire here. This is your ancestors and your spirit team on the other side of where you are. Okay, so this is sort of like give it to God. Give the whole situation to your guides and to spirit so that you don't have to carry the weight of this, okay? Because it does feel very heavy. You have given a lot of thought and emotion to this person, to this situation, and Spirit wants you to sort of rein it in, okay? Bring your energy back. Splitting here on protecting your flow. Another sort of inner peace nod, okay? So Spirit is ready to see you excel past this, and it's almost as though your spirit team is like, I'm excited to see what they will do when their energy is not funneled towards this tug downwards, okay? Yeah, harvest the honey. I'm telling you, you're focused on your bag. What are you going to do? Say no to spiritual blessings that are coming your way, manifestations? I mean, really, you have a lot coming towards you. And then we have use your cunning with the fox energy here. That's using your masculine brain, your strategic brain, your logical brain here. And again, this is the lessons you have learned. So I'm talking to a very uplifted, very intuitive, very strategic Pisces who is ready to look at this from a way of like, okay, I guess that's done, right? So this is in your past. You have thought of this logically. This is that Queen of Swords energy here, that energy that you were putting into this person, this potential, this fantasy. You're now able to move your fantasy to your actual goals and dreams here. And the monkeys are also about communication and logical mind, right? They use tools and everything else. And this says know yourself. You're getting to know yourself on a much deeper level now and figuring out what it is that you want long term. Okay. Yeah, and Spirit wants you confident. This is that Queen of Wands energy that I'm about to put right next to that fire card, okay? This is about being confident in who you are, not caring about a reputation, not caring about how people look at you, right? You've already had the perception of others alter a relationship. Now you're not going to let that happen again when it comes to what it is you're creating. Okay, so this one says take your place. Yeah, they want you standing very tall in your power. They do not want you giving your power away to anyone or anything. Okay, bottom of the deck here, reclaim your soul skin. So this is like putting a protective layer over your body, mind, and soul. It's like producing a heavy aura, all right? And then we have the champion piece. Yeah, so you're taking a different approach to this, which is amazing, Pisces, exactly as you should. Okay. So we've got that under wraps. I feel like that's kind of where you are now, is looking at this from a perspective that is no longer emotionally charged. Okay, so back to the center here, the lower world. I'm telling you, wherever this person is, whatever their energy was doing, it was very low vibrational. And I feel that you woke up to that. Okay, you understood that following that person was going to drag you down into the lower dimensions. Okay, so we live on the 3D. Then there's, I'm assuming, 1D, 2D, all the way up to 5D. This person operating in their Seven of Swords devil energy was dragging you down into a uncomfortable layer of dimension where you did not feel aligned with anything. You were very out of alignment trying to propel yourself to that person, okay? So the tree of life here, this is about your health. Like I was just saying, you understood that you needed to be grounded. And sure, we have roots down in the lower world. That's what this is, okay? You're rooted in the things that have happened, in the chaos, in the strife, in the upset. Okay, we have memories there, but we know better than to stay here and to get stuck here. Eight of Swords type energy, right? Instead, we have grown up and past it, and now we have fruit trees that are producing. Okay, Six of Pentacles energy, Ten of Pentacles energy. We know how to grow and cultivate. And not only do we have fruit growing on the tree, but we have bees and butterflies coming to our tree. That is the focus, is to be healthy, blessed, and not stressed enough to where other possibilities, other information, and blessings are drawn to you like a magnet. Okay, so this as a whole reminds me a lot of shadow work. Okay, because again, the root is where the root chakra is. That's where we hold a lot of energy, and the solar plexus, the lower three, right? And that is where we hold a lot of guilt, we hold a lot of shame, and a healthy lower three chakras is where we get our power from, which is what we're seeing up here. The power, the passion, the confidence. Okay, so you're on this journey, or you're moving through this now, or you've recently learned this. And since we're putting this in this position down here, I assume that you have learned this. You have learned not to stay down in the gunk, okay? Use that as compost and grow from it. Okay, and that is something I teach is shadow work. So reach out to me in the email for all inquiries. I teach that one-on-one. So we go through the different stages of healing and we come back out. See how this light is here? We go into the healing cave. We do the work we need to do. We come back out of it. And we do that consistently. We only go as deep as you're ready for. Okay, so reach out to me if that's something you're looking for. Okay, so sweat lodge is about purification. Traditionally, people go into the sweat lodge, they sweat, they get all of that stuff out, and then they come back out, okay? That's the big notion here, is coming back out. And that is where your person, or if you are the masculine that we read earlier, is struggling with, is coming back out of that, okay? They're stuck there. Yeah, so you have understood that there are things that need to be let go of in order to have success and to have clear chakra, to have clear energy field, to have a clear aura. Okay, so this is something that you're very focused on right now. You're focused on your ability to respond to what Earth and Spirit gives you. Okay, You're eager to understand what the best way is to move around this world. Okay, hummingbird here, which is all about joy. Finding the joy, finding the sunshine, finding the sweet nectar that life has to offer, looking for glimmers in the dark. Okay. And getting out of the dark. Wow. Okay. This is deep. Okay. This is huge. Okay, the crow is about karma and universal law. Okay, we have a lot of fours on the board. 1 and 3, 4, 4, 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay, so lots and lots of threes and fours on the board. Anyway, we have the crow here, which is equal give and take. You know, they bring gifts to you once you bring gifts to them. A crow is not going to show up on your door and leave you a gift unless you have done that for them. Okay, ability to respond. They act first, you respond. That is law. Okay, especially where the scales have been imbalanced, like we just saw in the tarot. And the rainbow here is like this movement of the 5D, the fifth world of peace, the rainbow warrior. This is about a new age of human beings coming out into the world here. That is also what I mentioned here. The next 7 generations taking care of the planet. There's something about this situation that you went through that is preparing you to be this catalyst for change in the world. Okay, so how you handle this situation, sacred spiral here, how you go about healing your heart. You may decide to, you know, come back around and to help heal others in these sort of situations, right? And here we have time again, time master. So yes, there's something about time passing. There's something about what you do with your time as the time passes. If you choose to wait for this person, that is totally up to you. But what you do in that time is going to tell the universe, God, source, spirit, what it is that you're capable of and how much to bless you. Okay? The child here. Okay, so there could be children involved in the situation as a whole, but I'm really getting that this is about the inner child here. Look at that. We have thunder coming through twice here. So duplicate meaning there, and heart of the sky, which is this. Okay, you're very connected, Pisces, okay? And 2, 4. Okay, so yeah, you're very connected, you're very prosperous, okay? This is about prosperity here. And then the hunter, like, you are very fine-tuned in your energy, okay? Or you're becoming that way because of how you handle this situation. It's like spirit has this new respect for you because of how you're reacting here to the situation at hand. Your heart was ripped out of your chest. It was very difficult for you. You felt as though you lost a friend and a lover. You felt like you lost a community and a lover and a friend. You know, it was very difficult for you to maneuver around this, and you could have ended up feeling very alone to where all you had was God, source, spirit. You didn't have the community here, which is why that's in the center, okay? You had to put up boundaries when maybe you didn't want to. You didn't want to be alone here. Okay, let's go around the circle. In the center, what do we have to say about this community? Yeah, freedom here. I'm getting like, you know what they say, rejection is the best protection. That's kind of what I'm getting here. If that person that you were connected to was so trapped and is in such a mindset chaos that they can't get out of that, even for something that they love as much as they love, then that community could have played a part in that, and spirit wants you to, yeah, get away from it and heal in your own time, in your own way. And this is a very solitary journey, which I understand is very difficult, which is why we're getting different allies and support, because there are good things coming to you, Pisces, good things, okay? And you know this, and you know that this is a process, okay? The healing journey is not something that happens once and then it's done. This is a year-long, lifelong process, which is why shadow work is so important, so that we know how to maneuver through these lower dimensions when things like that come up. We can get it off of us, get it away from our energy field, and then progress because we have found a new footing. We have found a new foundation to stand upon, okay? Yeah, friendship. I had a feeling. So again, gathering your loyalties, it's almost like a vetting process that I'm getting from you. What's interesting is look at these images here. Those are like the same. So again, it's like you didn't have humans around you to be friends with. So it's almost like you chose books, you chose tarot cards, you chose online influencers, anything that was going to help you grow and to become more connected with this higher realm. Okay, so I'm just hearing you did the right thing. Like you handled it well as far as spirit is concerned. Okay. Yeah, you focused on your dreams. And again, if you're going to live in a fantasy, it's going to be a fantasy that is important. Okay. Not a fantasy where you're held by somebody who can't make up their mind. Okay. I'm sorry if it's harsh, y'all. I don't mean it that way, but sometimes spirit is that way. Dreams again with well-being. I'm telling you though, there's something very, very prosperous about what you are doing for work. As you heal this inner child, as you stand in your true power and you exude this really beautiful open energy, okay? It all comes down to how you feel in the present moment. We know this. We know that everything revolves around the present moment and finding those glimmers of hope, right? Yeah. So this might be a solitary mission because we have boundaries again here, but your dreams are not for nothing, right? They say that your calling will continue calling until you're able to uh, facilitate it, right? So you don't have to worry about running out of time, which we keep getting as well as time. But you don't have to worry about spirit leaving you in the dust because you had to take care of your heart for a minute. That's not really what they're saying, okay? Another tree here, the wailing tree. See the difference? It's all about the root, okay? We have a little bit of red down here, a little bit of pain, a little bit of heart, break. This one, on the other hand, looks like it's burning and it's all cracked. It doesn't have a healthy trunk. It's upset, wailing, up upheavals. This reminds me a lot of the Tower card. This is still being hung up on the past here. And then we have another plant. Okay, so you could be a plant person, but I just want you to really emphasize the difference here, 58 and 59. Again, it's something that ebbs and flows. It's not just we heal once and we're done, but this is about resourcefulness, right? The cactus lives in the dry desert, and yet it has all of this nutrients within it, but it also has spikes on its energy field, okay? On the outside, it's protective of itself, like that boundaries card that we saw, right? So you have to be protective with your energy. It's not open for everyone. That's why the community and the friendship is so important, okay? And we have repairing the veil, forgiveness. Okay, so I'm getting more of like a Buddha standpoint where it's like, I forget the words, so don't let me butcher it, but anger or resentment is like a hot coal. Holding on to it only hurts yourself, something to that effect, okay? So again, it's like we're repairing and stitching ourselves back up here, which is not easy to do, okay? Think of like performing a surgery on somebody, right? And um, to do it on someone else is a lot easier than to pierce yourself to sew yourself back up, right? Yeah, but I'm telling you, luck is on your side. And again, timing. So if you choose to wait on this person, you choose to help heal this person, that is totally and completely up to you. We have free will. But it has to be when the timing is right, which means it has to be when this person heals themselves. Again, the ball is in their court. They have to do that. They have to get out of that devil, hanged man energy, three of wands energy. They must do that and facilitate some sort of change. And your job is to simply respond only if that has happened. Okay? Otherwise, they will tear you down in this sort of web, right? But again, this is more of a connectivity And wow, here we have mindful groupthink. So this here is about community, connecting with like minds, okay? So it could be something that you're doing that requires a community backing. Again, this is going towards your goals here of knowing yourself and what it is you want to do, and the next 7 generations, right? So it's like you could have a big goal that has to do with the community, has to do with bringing people together, massive healing, something like this, okay? Limitless possibility. And they're saying whatever that was you were just thinking of, keep that close to your heart, because they're saying you need to go for this. And everything that you've gone through with all this icky, sticky drama has led you to truly believe in yourself, okay? And believe that the possibilities are endless, because you keep seeing the proof in the pudding of a lot of different things coming your way, okay? So with this deck, we've seen a lot of fives, 2, 3, 3, 2, 5, 1. Okay, fives could be significant. The divine feminine, yeah. I think I've got a lot of feminines watching here. And if you're a masculine watching, then you need to understand the sacredness of the divine feminine, okay? Empress energy here with the child as well. This is that Queen of Cups energy, Empress energy, where you're very nurturing, you're very understanding, very connected and intuitive. And there's something about taking that into the future with you, standing firm in knowing that you do have answers when it comes to your career path, when it comes to this energy that you're now channeling into something very beautiful here. Okay, so you will know what that is. Okay, and now look at this. Right as I said, channel energy, there's our sacred spiral. Time to replenish, okay? 1 and 6, if you subtract those, is also 5. Then we've got a 3, 5. Okay, so anyways, I go crazy with numbers sometimes. Ignore me. Or don't. Whatever resonates, take it, okay? So this is about hitting sort of like this rock bottom and really realizing that there's not anywhere else to go. There's no nutrients down there. Or picking the well that does have nutrients at the bottom of it, okay? So you need to have discernment when it comes to taking whatever paths, okay? Another thing we do in shadow work. So reach out to me for that, because this is like the root of the tree, okay? And we go down only to find what we need to find. We come right back up. Boom, that's it. Sometimes there's doorways, sometimes there's trap doors, sometimes there's healing caves, sometimes there's someone else there, right? And so there's a lot of discernment here when it comes to going down. This is like that magician card where, they're going down somewhere. Where are we going? I feel like that's what you had to ask this person. Where are we going? Where are you trying to take me? Okay. Massive amounts of trust here for this, okay? Anyways, the baseline is it's time to replenish your energy, your well-being. Your healing journey matters, okay? Lost compass. Now, isn't this interesting? Because we kept seeing that world card, we kept seeing the star card of like this person trying to get to you, trying to come to you. In order to get to you, Spirit's not going to let them drag you down into a hole that has nothing at the bottom. Not going to happen. Spirit says no, okay? So instead, this person that you're dealing with must come back to integrity first. They must find their own way to a certain level of enlightenment before Spirit will let them anywhere near you. That is why it's so important that you do not go to them. You do not extend your hand to them. You do not try to repair them, because they have to want this. Okay? This is literally like God doing this vetting process with your person. Okay? Yeah, so your job is to surrender here. Jesus, fix it. Okay? Jesus, take the wheel when it comes to this scenario. Okay, we're going to get some animals and we're going to call this a day. I know this is a long one. I personally love watching long readings. I don't know if everybody does, but hopefully you guys make it through here. And if you have, please do like the video. Subscribe if you like the way that I read, okay? Defend. I think you're defending yourself. Scorpio energy. All right. What have we here? Determination. Yeah, and there's that sort of sacred spiral here. I believe this is Pisces. Correct me if I'm wrong with that image in the middle. I need to really learn those because they come up a lot in readings. But anyways, we're very determined here. We're determined to figure this out, determined to do this healing work, to get back to integrity on our own time so that we can learn ourselves and stand tall in what we want to do and, get on that pedestal and stay there. You're not going to be knocked off your square here. So transformation is happening. Transformation is already underway with that butterfly there. And it takes a lot of courage. Again, it's like you're stitching yourself up with your own needle and thread here. Yeah, and rebirth. Again, you're stitching yourself up, you're shedding your old skin, and it is painful. It's very difficult to do. Okay. So let's see here. What other animals do we have for Pisces? Play. And there's another monkey. We've seen monkeys already. And we saw the fox. Okay. Let it sing, I guess. Okay, we're using our strategic mind here to understand what to let go of. And we are using, there's that sacred spiral again too, and the tree. Okay, so I think this is more so about like the discernment aspect, right? So this monkey is like staying in the spiral, and we want to be careful of that, staying in the spiral, okay? This is about know yourself. I mean, I do agree that we need to have fun on our journey, right? We have the inner child here out on the board. But it's about comfortability, right? Like we allow ourselves to let loose and let our guard down when we feel safe, right? So it's like that divine feminine relaxing into a true nature, and that feels very playful, and that's that Queen of Wands fire energy as well. Okay, so we're revealing some sort of truth here. I feel like we're slowly but surely unraveling, you know, the storyline of this whole scenario. What is it teaching me? I'm being called again to like that boundaries, right? Boundaries, and also like knowing when to turn around in shadow work, right? When do we say enough is enough? When do we stop trying to decode this and just simply protect our energy and get ourselves up and out of a bad situation because we are defending ourselves? Okay. Oh, man, this read is taking me for a loop. It's coming through clearly, though, because I can't stop talking. Okay. And patience keeps on coming out as well. This is that temperance energy, but I really feel like this is patient with yourself. Okay, because there's that rest card again being called to that card where we saw the woman in the nest and her heart was outside of herself. That is what we're being patient with here, is yourself. Yeah, and there's the bear in the cave. That's what the bear represents, is the healing cave. And there they are in the nest, resting and taking their time. There's the time. Take time to rest. Wow. Wow. Okay, then we've got freedom, which we've seen already as well. Freedom coming through again. This is also very magical and mystical to me because it's like the unicorn horn, right? So there's balance here because there's like a yin and yang. We've got the mandala here. It's like everything in perfect balance. And that is how you manifest. That is how we get this like innately positive prosperity and harvest type energy here. Okay, is having the strength to sort of break free from anything and everything that disrupts our spirit and create from the ground up what it is we actually want in this world and what it is we actually want to funnel our energy towards. Whew. All right, Pisces, drop a like because I feel like I just spewed thousands of words just now. Okay, follow along for more. I hope this helped you and came full circle. I would love to have you guys in the community. The chat is now open. Please let me know what you thought of this video. I will catch you guys on the next one.